Hi guys, how are we all doing? Hope everyone's well. Hope we're having a good day. We're back with another spooky reaction video. This time we're going to Depths of Despair's channel with 10 scary ghost videos that will make your blood run cold. Let's hope it does. If you wouldn't mind popping by his channel and dropping him a sub, the link is in the description. I'd appreciate that very much. And hit the thumbs up on this video, try and draw some views in. Be grateful for that as well. In the meantime, let's get the cans on, give it a watch, and let's hope there's some good stuff, shall we?
The Cabin. On February the 21st of 2025, a woman named Dua Lupe was staying at a cabin that was rented out for her sister's birthday. Late in the evening, she notices what looks like another smaller cabin just across from where she's staying. This cabin looks like it's been abandoned and the front door is just left open.
Like a kid's playhouse. Sorry, I was just shutting the shed door there. It blew open with the wind. It's a bit distracting.
So she pulls her phone out and decides to record as she goes to check it out. Watch closely.
Estoy quedando en una cabaña por el cumpleaños de mi hermana y enfrente hay como una cabaña así, como pero abandonada, chiquita. Y es como una casita del árbol.
That's
así
pretty
como
cool.
para niños, no sé. No sé, pero se ve muy tenebroso. No sé si se vaya a caer esto porque está como todo podrido. Y no veo como para encender las luces ni nada. Mira, allá está la cabaña. Y... No tiene luz. Hay como una mesa, hay ganchitos de ropa y televisor.
Lupe screams in terror as the door in front of her suddenly slams shut out of nowhere.
Christ, I thought there was a bloody Blair Witch running at her or something.
Completely scaring her as she runs away for her life.
Televisor.
What she didn't notice is while she first approaches the cabin, someone or something can be seen peeking out from behind the door
And another peekaboo bastard.
before retracting back inside. Whatever it is seems to have big glowing eyes and
Like the bloody predator.
a glowing mouth. Dua Lupe hasn't returned to the cabin ever since. So I'll let you be the judge of this one.
That's pretty fucking freaky, to be fair. Set up or not, it done the job. Fair play, if it is. There's no use, guys, making it.
The Mimic.
Ah, you bastard.
On March the 8th of 2025, a woman named Emma captured something on camera that left her completely terrified. Late one night, while Emma was home alone watching TV in the living room, she begins to hear strange noises coming from her front door. The following is her footage.
It's not an animal if it's saying hello, like. That's freaky as that, like.
All sorts of creepy, strange sounds can be heard
I don't know, she was chewing her mic at the same time, like, but that's pretty freaky, that line.
coming from the front door, along with what sounds like her own voice saying, "I know you're in there." Before the door handle begins to rattle, Emma checked the windows but saw nobody at the door. She thought that would be the end of it, but 6 days later, it's nighttime when it happens again.
That's bizarre.
Are you there? Let me in!
And this is why I can't call the cops, because when I go to look, there's no one here. I know it's hard to see, but I'm not opening the door. There's like no one out there, and like this is a window. There's no people, but this is a window, and you can really see out there. Oh my god, it's hard to see out. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
The voice gets more aggressive, saying,
Mad.
"Let me in." But as Emma checks the window, we can see that there's nobody at the door. Not knowing what is out there, Emma doesn't dare open the door. She believes it's a mimic. However, it seems like this is happening every few nights, so we may be seeing more soon. Until then, let me know your thoughts on this one.
It'd be interesting to see what else comes of that, like, but pretty creepy. I couldn't imagine anything like that happening, like, to be honest. It's constantly hearing a voice that sounds like you. That'd be mad. Let us know what you guys make of that one. Well, would you open the door? Would you? Just run out screaming. Ah! Mad.
On patrol. The following video was taken by a man named Jesus Vargas. Jesus works as a police officer who does late night shifts. One night, while patrolling the streets of Nayarit, Mexico, along with his colleague, they stumbled upon something very strange. It's just after 3 a.m. in the morning when the two police officers are patrolling by an elementary school and they see this. Watch closely.
No manches, sí, mira lo que estamos viendo nosotros ahorita a las 3 de la mañana.
verga.
What looks like two kids playing around in the closed school can be seen before they scream and run off. What makes this very eerie is that the kids seem to be shrouded in darkness as if they were black figures. And even though they are close to the flashing light, no facial features or even their clothing is discernible.
I thought they ran through whatever that fence thing is, but I think it's attached to the main gate, isn't it?
But even stranger
Stop
is the
critters
fact that
getting
it's
in and
well
out.
beyond closing hours for the school. So just what would two kids be doing in there when the gates are all closed? And why would their parents allow them to be there? The two police officers searched the perimeter but found no signs of the kids again. In the morning, they got a hold of the school, and after doing a thorough check, the school was certain that everyone had left the premises and nobody remained within school grounds.
That's mad.
Convinced that they saw something paranormal, the two police officers return on another day to check once again.
Esta es la escuela.
You would go back, like, if you were that intrigued, I would go back.
Ahorita le vamos a mostrar la puerta donde se miraron.
The screaming was horrendous, though.
Lo que se miró, no quiero decir qué es lo que se miró.
I don't want to say what we're saying.
Es esta. Esta es la puerta. Ya está una lona que no sé qué quiere decir. Vamos a bajar. Ay, cabrón. La chingue. Ese es el cancel. ¿Verdad? Esta es la escuela por dentro. Son los salones.
Is that screaming again?
The police officers return to the school to check the area, but they see no sign of anything strange. And no issues were reported that night about students missing from their home. So the question remains, just who or what are they? The two officers believe they are children who lost their lives, now bound to the school as they relive their final moments. But I'll let you be the judge of this.
It's an intriguing backstory to go with it as well, which sort of gives it that bit more credence. But it shouldn't just be kids 3 a.m. in the morning. I thought it was going to be about that guy in the cowboy out mooching about, to be honest, at the beginning in the clip, but weird. Creepy screaming as well. I thought I heard a scream the second time they looked, but maybe it was just a audio thing that Steps has put on the video or whatever. Let us know what you guys think. Good stuff.
In the dark. This next video was taken on March the 2nd of 2025. A woman named Celeste was in the kitchen playing around with her nephew when all of a sudden he started behaving strangely, staring off into the dark hallway, saying
Again with a creepy kid and cat.
he was watching a little girl with a scary face.
Oh,
Thinking it's a joke,
that's...
she pulls her phone out and begins to record the boy, asking him to show her. Take a look.
Mi sobrino decía que veía una nena, pensamos que estaba jodiendo.
¿Dónde? Vamos a saludarla.
No,
La Michi también está viendo, ¿viste?
tiene,
Compañeros reales.
¿Qué tiene?
tiene cara.
¿Qué tiene?
Tiene cara mía. Mira, cara.
¿A dónde está la nena? Vení, vení, vamos a buscar a la nena.
Hasta que me puse a ver el video y encontré algo.
Decime dónde está, señora. ¿Allá dónde? ¿Allá dónde?
As they head down the dark
Well, we're
hallway to
looking
check
now.
what the boy is seeing, they captured this. A creepy pale face can be seen
What? I can't say jack shit there. There's a lot of splodging and stuff, but I mean, where we're looking, are these meant to be the eyes, or is this the full face here, or the eyes, nose, or is there the eyes?
lurking in the corner of the dark, just watching them.
I don't know. I think that's just camera blodge.
Of the dark, just watching them. Celeste didn't notice the face until watching the footage back later on, and now insists that you should always believe the kids when they tell you they see something. However, it is also possible that it's a case of pareidolia, and the boy is just scared of what he's seeing.
Yeah, it's possibly something just stored there that in the light looks a bit dodgy, like, but there was a legit reaction, and the cat was looking as well, though. Curious. What do you guys think?
Room 205. The following video comes from a woman named Tracy who works in a fairly big hotel located somewhere in Illinois. And for a while now, the reception has been receiving many complaints about a single room known as Room 205. But after questioning the people complaining, not one of them would explain what was wrong with the room.
Okay, so I'm here at work tonight, and we have workers that come here that work on the railroad. I checked in 5 of them, and the second floor is where they usually go because that's where all the king suites are at. Well, they're all saying, please don't put me in room 205. I'm like, okay,
Weird.
what's wrong with 205? And not one of them would tell me what was wrong with 205. I said, is it haunted? Like, really, what is it? Nobody can tell me nothing. So how about me and you, all of us, go up to room 205 and see why no one wants to rent that room.
After receiving so many strange complaints about what seems like an ordinary room like every other, Tracy decides to head over there and check this strange room out for herself.
Okay, walking up there now. Going up the steps. All right.
Was that
It's
a
really
thing?
cold in here, though. Like, really cold. And the air's not even on. I mean, I don't see anything. So maybe we can sit. Yeah, the air and stuff's not on. Maybe sit in the dark. See if we can hear something.
What did you
I don't
do?
know. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna probably lose all my views for my people watching, but okay, let's do this. Oh, God. All right. No, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
Class.
Okay. I guess I just got my answer.
That's
Oh
cool.
my God. Going back to the front.
It seems quite legit
After
as well.
entering the room, she noticed it was oddly cold. And even worse, she inspects the whole room and there's nothing there. But when she turns off the lights, a creepy voice can be heard whispering, "Hey." Creeped out, Tracy decides to get out of there. Despite what happened, Tracy is determined to revisit this room and uncover more. So hopefully we get some more updates soon.
That'd be good if we get more updates from that. Like that's pretty funny. Again, though, they've put the "hey" on the screen. It could have just been a noise. It could have just been like one of them air freshener sprays or something going off us. I don't know. But our reaction was legit. Intriguing. Hopefully we'll get more from that. Good stuff.
The bathroom. Just a few days ago, on March the 17th of 2025, user Whenever explains that something disturbing has been happening inside his home for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Something he just can't seem to be able to explain. Late in the afternoon, while he's in the living room, he sees something in his bathroom. This is what he captured.
Oh my God, bro. I just seen the craziest shit. Look, over there. Over there, I just seen the craziest shit. Look. Oh my God. What was that? Oh my God. Oh my God, what is that?
Can we go and have a look?
Bro, I'm like shaking right now. What is that? Look it. Watch, it's gonna do it again. It's gonna do it again. Look at that. Nah, bro.
While sitting down in the living room, a shadow can be seen peeking out from the bathroom before retracting back in. But every time he checks, he sees nothing there. 2 days later, the same thing happens again. This time, he goes over to check it out.
Look, there it is again. Holy shit. Look, even the cat's tripping. Even the cat's tripping. Last time he'll tell me to go look. I'm going to look.
Room for a cut there, or for somebody to run out.
Look. It's literally just the bathroom. Look. Oh God, don't ignore that. But look, windows closed.
They're not
There's
just.
nobody in here.
I mean, the shower curtain
It's just dirty.
blowing.
I'm just not. Like, what is going on, bro? Look at that. What?
The shadow can be seen once again. This time, it quite clearly resembles a face, and you can see what looks like a person's nose.
I thought that was a door, but I think it's just a mirror. I thought somebody might have snuck out into whichever room that is, but I think that's just a mirror. Looking at it.
Even stranger is that the camera glitches seconds later, and even his cat can be seen staring in that direction. But once again, when he goes to check, there's nobody there.
And it's the look down that sort of gives me. Is there a cut? Is there somebody escaping the room, hiding somewhere?
Or anything that could cause this. Someone suggested that it could just be the curtains moving around with the wind, but he shows the window is closed, and explains the angle of the curtains wouldn't show the shadow in this position, even if they were moving, but as you can see, they are very still. This has been creeping him out for the past few weeks, as he has no idea what's going on. Is this a real paranormal phenomenon caught on camera, or just an intricate route?
It does seem to have like a profile. It is pretty creepy, but clever camera works.
You be the judge. If you have any video
Let us
recommendations, you can send them over to depthsofdespairbusiness@gmail.com, or tag us on TikTok at depthsofdespairyt. Not alone. A man named Chase Beckstead, along with his wife Rachel, had been staying at Rachel's grandfather's house. Unfortunately, he had just passed away only a month ago. Late one night, when the two are just getting ready for bed, something terrifying happens.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you.
It is actually moving.
Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And like, we're literally
That's
just...
some force, that, like.
The bedroom door suddenly begins to rattle out of nowhere as if someone was there, but there's nobody, nor is there any wind draft that could possibly cause this. Chase and Rachel are completely freaked out by this ordeal and decided it would be best if they head back to their own house. So they pack their stuff and suddenly, something even worse happens.
I mean, it is quite an eerie feeling going back there. A past relative's house. I remember when my nana passed and we ended up going there to try and sort through some stuff. It was a strange feeling. It was, I don't know, maybe it's just natural, but there does seem to be quite some force going on there.
Watch closely.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're out of here.
That's crazy.
I'm leaving. Like, I don't know what's going on.
As Chase is preparing to leave, the door suddenly slams shut on its own and begins to rattle continuously once again. This time sounding even more aggressive than previously. Not wanting to stay any longer, he just up and leaves the place. Some people believe it was the spirit of Rachel's grandfather now bound to his former home. However, other viewers believe it is something far worse now residing in the vacant home, due to it being absent for some time now. Although Chase and his wife have no idea what is the cause.
I thought when they said they were about to leave and it got worse, I thought somebody detached and went with them to their home, but that's pretty creepy, that, mind. It would have been nice for him to open the door again the second time and see what was going on, like, but if you need to get out, you need to get out. There was no what these guys make of that one. Good.
Dragged. The following video comes from a woman named Erica. The footage itself was actually captured by a CCTV camera in her little cousin's house, located somewhere in Indonesia. In the video, the boy can be seen relaxing on the floor of his grandma's room, just playing a game on his phone, while she's sick resting in bed, when suddenly something
doesn't look well, like, Grace.
utterly terrifying is captured.
That is mad.
The boy's legs suddenly get pulled as he's dragged over. Terrified, he gets up, opens the door, and runs out of the room. And strangely, the door beside him opens by itself. What makes this even more creepy is that when his cousin Erica asked him what happened, he explains that his grandma, who was in bed, suddenly said she could see 3 women close by. Thinking she was just not well and seeing things, the boy ignored it and carried on playing on his phone. Then shortly after, he was suddenly dragged across the room.
Kan aku kan awalnya kan main FF. Tiba-tiba Opung bilang, apa itu perempuan 3 orang, satu dekat TV, satu dekat itu, yang kamera-kamera, satunya di balik tirai.
And that's when it happened. The family believe that spirits seem to be attracted to that room and may have something to do with Grandma's poor health state. But as always, let me know what you think.
It seemed quite a legit movement as well, to be fair. Like, you wouldn't just kick that way. It did seem to be pulled to some extent. Well, that's mad how they're just pulling our legs. Creepy stuff, but the Ganny didn't look well, did she? Bless her.
No sleep.
Till Brooklyn.
Late one night, a woman named Brandy was fast asleep alongside her husband when her home security camera detected something bizarre at 2:45 a.m. Watch closely. A sudden bright flash of light can be seen catching the dog's attention before the door opens slightly, and what looks like a creepy pale face peeks out from behind the door before moving back out of view. Then a shadow figure in the shape of a small boy can be seen standing in the hallway momentarily before dissipating into the darkness.
There was something there.
Face shows itself behind the door
You
before
can
the
sort of see
final
the
flash of
legs
light.
and...
Brandy is unable to explain the strange sequence of events she has witnessed on the footage, but says this is the first paranormal thing she has
It seems to glitch out there as well, though, like a sort of cut of sorts, but
ever experienced.
that's mad. Like,
Brandy is unable to explain the strange sequence of events she has witnessed on the footage, but says this is the first paranormal thing she has ever experienced.
you get the face there.
Off to light before moving back out of view.
I keep missing it.
Before the door opens slightly, and what looks like a creepy pale face
No,
peeks
you
out
get the
from
face,
behind
and
the
then
door
you can see
before
legs
moving
here.
back out of view. Then a shadow
Yeah.
figure in the shape of a small boy can be seen standing in the hallway momentarily.
It seems to have three legs,
before
like there was a leg
dissipating
here,
into
and then
the
all of a sudden...
darkness. And once again, the pale face shows itself behind the door before the final flash of light. Brandy is unable.
That's mad. What do you make of that one? That's pretty creepy, that, mind.
Afterlife visit. On March the 17th of 2025, a woman is on her deathbed when her daughter notices her communicating with something unseen. Thinking it's the deathbed phenomena where people usually see visions of loved ones who have already passed on, she decides to record this heartwarming moment.
Okay. How...
Okay.
Her mother can be seen reaching her arms out and saying okay, as if she's clearly communicating with something unseen. Then a slightly distorted voice can be heard saying mama.
Okay.
Now the girl who recorded
Again, mama, without it being written on the screen.
the video believes the voice is her younger sister, who passed away in 2017, now coming to pay a visit to her mum before her time comes. But let me know what you think.
Yeah. I wish they wouldn't put the word writing on the screen till after. It didn't sound like mama to me. There was something. There was a noise, a sound, a voice. But I'm not sure about that as such. Intriguing nonetheless. There were some good clips in there. I enjoyed that. Let us know what you guys make of it. And as I said earlier, if you wouldn't mind popping by Depp's channel, drop him a sub. The link is in the description. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up on my channel, try and draw some views in. I'd be grateful for that. And ring the bell for alerts of new videos and live streams if you want to come by and have a chat about this or any of my other videos, or just play games or whatever, pop by and we might have a chat. I'll see you then. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.